Always great to have a little one-on-one and discuss some weather, and that's exactly what we're about to do on this early Friday morning. Waiting longer for sunrise. We've talked about that for the last week or two, certainly because it's so much more noticeable now. And looking downtown, we're mainly clear to partly cloudy, but some clouds are kind of working their way in our direction. So I think we have a lot more cloudiness than we've seen. And even though we're going to have a few thunderstorms today, what happens tomorrow into Sunday that might get your attention, because there's going to be an increasing amount of thunderstorms, and somewhat happen pretty much in the evening and overnight period tomorrow. Could become severe. So we have this slight risk area, and it does take in the majority of northeast Kansas. Radar fairly quiet. A lot of those thunderstorms popping yesterday were down here toward Osage City, Burlingame, Ottawa, and getting up toward the Lawrence area. But today there should be a few that kind of actually work their way through almost the entire region, but they shouldn't last very long at any given spot. And dew points today right in that upper 60 to near 70 range. I think tomorrow, ahead of a boundary, they may actually get up into the low 70s, so it might be increasingly muggy tomorrow before we get some nice relief for Sunday toward Monday. Dew points currently between 65 and 70, so you'll be noticing that throughout the day, but again, not as hot, so the heat index not as bad. And our breeze fairly light out of the south-southeast, even out here through our western counties, only going at about 8 to 15 miles per hour. So currently 74 in St. Louis, 71 in Little Rock, and then the areas that were actually in the 50s yesterday are in the 60s, because a lot of this warm moist air is beginning to kind of fan out and spread out. But we will get that system to come on through, and that's about 36 to 48 hours away. So for today, I think more cloudiness than we've seen, and then once we get into the afternoon, there's going to be these little speckled dots on the map, and that will give us some showers and isolated thunderstorms. Should be pretty tiny, shouldn't last too long at any spot. And then overnight, I think it settles down just a bit. But as we go through Saturday, we'll start to get some developing showers and storms. But the best news is, whether it's ball games or festivals or events, the majority of this is going to hold off until late afternoon and early evening. But once it does form, some of these may become severe as they kind of work their way from northwest to southeast Saturday evening into those wee hours of Sunday morning. So just be aware it might be a little tough sleeping then. So our temperatures in the 60s to low 70s early, low to mid 80s late day. That sounds a lot better, right? And then overnight, just the isolated shower thunderstorm, and the first part of Saturday should be mainly dry. So just kind of watch for that. But as we start getting deeper into the day, the thunderstorm chances will increase, and some may be really strong again Saturday night through those early morning hours of Sunday. I even think over toward Arrowhead, we clear it out pretty nicely right at start of game, or certainly by halftime. And then fall will begin on Monday, and we start to get a more pleasant weather pattern here. And even though there's a storm chance on Tuesday and a couple of showers could happen on Thursday, overall we're going to have some really pleasant days with partly cloudy conditions, lows upper 50s to near 60, and daytime highs in the upper 70s to near 80.